What's going on in that one?
This is just honey store.
Yeah, and they're just feeding on it.
There's no sign of it being opened. I mean, they might be feeding on it, but I guess they're probably just storing more at the minute. And honey is pretty much right up to the edge.
Yeah.
On all the combs, so it's fairly active. This does. Stores. Stores again. This is going to be all stores in this.
Looks like it, doesn't it?
Some fresh stores being made in that one.
So that was mostly nectar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all honey in there. That's good. So I've got another box, that's okay. I'm just looking for, if I take a split for one of these, what I need to do is make sure that I put a frame in with
Brood.
both brood but also stores.
Yeah.
But I'd want to make sure, if possible, that it's good, good stores that's not solidifying. If you put plenty of food in with them when you do a split, they think, oh, we've got plenty of food, so we'll draw out plenty of fresh comb.
Yeah.
And we can produce plenty of new brood. What I'll do is this is all new comb here, but it's plastic comb, plastic foundation anyway, so I'll swap. So it just makes it easier when I put a split in there for them to get going, really. Right. God, it's got some weight to it, that does.
I'm surprised with all that honey in it.
A bit odd, I don't know what I've done here. I don't know, because this has got a brood, a super, and 2 broods. I don't quite know what I've thought about, or not thought about doing with this at some point. Stores. Nice. Stores again. again.
Don't seem to be much on that one.
These are all. This looks like they're just starting to fill this with honey. So it looks like it. Still no larvae yet, but there's got to be some in here somewhere. Have this amount of bees.
Yeah.
I think. Now there was, I don't know if you're noticing some of them, there was some of the cells which looked white and dusty. That's something to keep an eye on. It could just be, because there's a bit of crystallised honey, it could just be where some of that has crystallised. You can see it around the edges, just where they've fed on it and then it's dried out and crystallised again.
The little white flecks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just something to keep an eye on in case it's something like chalk brood, which is a disease. Not bad at the minute. I think what I'll do is I'll swap this with one in there, just so that when I do, if and when I do a here, and also it'll give them a bit more room to keep building. If there's nothing empty down here, it means that these are going to start to run out of
room.
Yeah. Normally you would put empty ones right to the edge, but I want to try putting it there because there's plenty in, so we don't have to keep them tight together to keep them warm because there's plenty of bees. And because there's food either side, my theory is it might encourage them to go over this one and fill it.
Yeah.
Because they don't, if they've got the choice between a wax created comb and plastic base comb, they'll nearly always go for they'll try and avoid the plastic initially. See, this is a plastic one, and sometimes they just rebel and build it sideways. Once they're on plastic, they're okay.
Yeah.
But it just takes a bit of persuading. So normally, if I'm putting new plastic in or transferring a hive, I'll sometimes paint the plastic foundation comb with honey. Oh, that's upset them.
What's that in there? Is that crystallised honey?
There's a bit of crystallised honey and there's mainly pollen. Again, there's a bit of the white stuff, so something to keep an eye on, that is. Still no sign of any larvae or eggs.
No.
So we want to start seeing that really.
Otherwise it means you ain't got a queen.
Yeah, it means that they're doomed. And if the queen goes missing, the other bees can, you know, draw out an emergency.
Make a new one.
Yeah, if there's larvae, very young, like day-old larvae or eggs, but so far we have none. So fingers crossed for the last box. A bit like Deal or No Deal, isn't it? Well, the good thing about this time of year is you can normally pick up swarms. So
yeah,
if all else fails, someone somewhere else or a kind of natural colony somewhere will throw a swarm out, and if you've got your name in the right places, you should be able to pick one up. I've had umpteen. I must have had 20 calls this week, but they've all been bumblebees.
Yeah.
Which is easy to diagnose because you say, oh, this small-ish, not always, but rounded and a little bit furry looking. Oh yeah, that's them. Yeah, they're bumbles. Ah, do you know? That's the description of them. And bizarrely, this feels quite light so far, so I'm not sure what's going on here. That's it. Something's been in here and eaten. And the look of these. Some form previous. Yeah, something's definitely been munching. Jesus. No, there's a note down here. So that's a bit odd. The only thing I can think is, as we've thought previously, this hive may have been empty and one of the other hives may have swarmed
and gone in
and
here.
moved in. Which can happen, it's unusual, it's not common. Although you can get what's called swarm lures.
Yeah.
Where you can put like a smelly kind of thing in, and the hope is that it will
attract them.
Yeah, attract a passing swarm, but I don't think they have particularly great success. So, where have you lot come from? You're not.
I must have come from this one next door, because there were quite a few in there last time we came. But why would they?
See, this is the point of good note keeping. Had we recorded this information, we would know. I actually text my mate, Darren. I'll have to look through those texts. So, we don't really know what's going on in here.
No.
There's plenty of bees. We haven't seen a queen. We haven't seen any eggs or larvae, so it could potentially be a swarm. that's only, you know, not long come in. However, they're quite well spread out to say it's a swarm. Initially they tend to be quite clingy and then quite runny, so you pick them up, you pick a frame up and they look like they're rolling off.
Yeah.
Not much of that happening, so I'm not sure what's going on here, to be fair. Probably, I think what we'll probably... I'll put it back together. I was going to say, I don't know whether to keep it like this and then consider what to do while we go through the others, but I'll start and put it back together.